Hi, welcome. We're here to make coddle, a Dublin dish. There's certain things you need, not too many, but you need bacon. You need pork sausages and a pork loin chop. So, you also need an onion that you're going to cut in half, like that. Clean it up. Now Dublin's an area where this coddle is quite famous for people out of the Liberties and Fatima Mansions. I actually worked in the Intercontinental way back in the 80s, and I was going in at 4 o'clock in the morning, and Portos would be waiting for me to make the coddle because I was the breakfast chef, but also I made the coddle. And it's very specific, you know, like it's supposed to be made from leftovers, but it's not really. So what we have is you have a big pot of chicken stock, normally brewing in the hotel, and then you would take that chicken stock, put it into a pot. Then you take the pork chop, you leave it whole. You put it into the chicken stock. You take the sausage whole, put it in the chicken stock, and the bacon, put it in. So, then you put in the onions, just like that. Now, then you put in the carrots, you put them in whole, okay? These parts are being cleaned, scraped clean. You put them in whole because they're going to stay sweeter. And then afterwards you can cut them when you take them out, okay? So that's the way it goes. Then you add a little bit of white pepper, all right? No salt, because the salt in the bacon, after the meal is cooked, you add the salt, okay? And not, you taste it, you think, okay, need some salt, then you put in salt. Okay, now the potatoes, which are russets, you cook them separately and you add them at the end when these are all cooked. Now, you have to cook them very slowly. You can't boil the water, you just bring it, let it simmer till the pork chop falls off the bone, okay? Probably about 2.5 hours, okay? So you put it on the stove. Now, I've made one in advance because obviously we don't have all day for you guys to wait. And what I did is I put the potatoes, put them in separately. I made the carrots, put them all here, sliced the sausage up afterwards. I sliced the carrots up afterwards. And then I put in the onions. Now I'm going to add the stock. The reason I did that, the carrots, when they're bigger, they're a lot sweeter. And to get a little more uniform, if you're going to be feeding a large bunch, you want to do the sausages, you want to cut them up so that everybody gets a proportionate share, okay? Now, I did saute up the carrot stems, okay? And the reason for that is they can be quite bitter. If you add them to the stock, it's not going to work. So, just to make it a little fancy, we'll do that. And now I'm going to add the chicken stock. Okay, so this way, if you want everybody to get their piece, and there's your coddle. But you want to make it a little more upscale, you can add a little pickled egg, add a little bit of color, and that's it. Done. Turn it off.